Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Lauwerz here. Hope you guys are well. Firstly, you see me using this microphone, but I do have a new microphone now when I record my other videos. But I wanted to record this video just to respond to one of the comments here. I want to start responding to comments. I think responding to comments is good. You guys get a chance to um, learn a bit more about my mindset, specifically when someone asks something. Because when you record a video, you don't necessarily, sometimes you say something, you don't realize how you said it, or if you need more clarity in how you said it. And sometimes coming on here to answer that question and speak to you guys is a good thing. It really is a good thing. So that's why I'm really excited to have this conversation. So someone made a comment on one of my videos here, and I'm going to link the video. um, I'll put a link to the video in the description. But someone commented on one of my videos because I made a comment regarding not caring what my parents think. So it was a pop the balloon reaction. As you guys know, I do the pop the balloon reactions, and I made a comment to not caring about what my parents think when it comes to. Let's see right here. I'm just checking something, but not caring about what my parents think when it comes to. Hold on one second here. Yeah. So not caring about what my parents or my mother would think when it comes to who I'm dating, because on Pop the Balloon, sometimes people come on there and they say, hey, if I can't take you home to my mum, or if my mum wouldn't like you, my father wouldn't like you, then I can't date you. And my comment, I don't know exactly what a specific comment was, but for me is I don't care what my mum or dad think when it comes to who I'm dating or to make a decision on who I'm dating. So I want to clarify what I was saying. I still stick by what I say, but there's some context here. And then, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe. I know I come with the best mastery mindset, comments on mastery, and then also marriage. If you guys don't know me, my name is Lauwerz. Born here, born and raised in London, living in the United States of America now. I'm married, been with my wife nearly 15 years. We just celebrated 10 years of marriage. And, my passion is to speak to men, guys, speak to, those that are either married, aspiring to get married, fiancés, and inspire those. If there's females, anyone that wants to be inspired too, but talk about some mindset around those three M's, right? Mindset, mastery, and marriage. Talk about some stuff in those categories. Use different life examples, life experiences to show people exactly how to operate and think through those processes because of the business experience I've had, the opportunity to lead people in different things. I think I have a lot of value to pour in and give. And thank you guys that have subscribed to this community. I really appreciate it. But let's get into it. So, what I wanted to start, I wanted to read out the comment that was posted here. And I'm actually going to respond to the person here. I know, I love your comment here, and I want to respond to you. I think it's good. So this guy said here, said with the eyes emoji, bruh, you said that you don't care what your mother, and I'm gonna put it right here. I'll put it right here for you guys so you guys can see. Right here, I'm gonna move to the side. I'm gonna have it right here for you guys so you guys can see. You said you don't care what your mother would think about the girl you're dating. So you're telling me that you wouldn't care about the boys your daughter is dating or the thoughts that your son is dating. And then he puts two stars here. By you not giving it SHIS, right? S, whatever. I don't curse on my channel. About your family's opinions says a lot about a person. Most likely that person knows something or sees something that you don't. Okay, cool. So I want to respond to this, and I love people's perspective, man. I don't take anything personal, but I think I'm going to send this link to the person too. I think you're going to value my perspective here. So, firstly, looking at some of the notes I took here to make sure I follow this properly. So, first, you said, I said I don't care what my mother would think about the girl I'm dating. So, firstly, I would always take the feedback from my people. Like, my mom and dad have something to say, I'll take the feedback from them. That's totally fine. Um, but I never said I would not move forward. But my thought process here is I would not like, I'm not gonna say, hey, I'm not moving forward someone because my mum or father does not like the person. And let me tell you why. Because for me, you guys know I'm passionate about childhood emotional neglect. I'm passionate about other subjects. For me, my family, in my opinion, the values and the foundation that I've witnessed and seen, no offense to my peoples, but the values and everything that I've witnessed and I've seen, they don't match mine when it comes to finding a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage. The lack of boundaries, the lack of understanding and emotional connection that I've witnessed would make me understand that the person that would be evaluating that doesn't hold that. Because here's the thing we have to realize: though someone is your mother or your father, doesn't mean that they have the right type of mindset. Well, someone has to be someone's mother or father, but because someone's your mother or father doesn't mean they automatically know what's best for you. That doesn't mean that. There's a chance that they do know what's best for you, but parenting is intentional. If someone hasn't intentionally gone through the process to learn some of the most important things when it comes to relationships, to a partner, when it comes to marriage, respect, if they haven't put in that work or they don't have those values themselves, them telling me no to a person doesn't mean as much to me as it would be of a mentor, someone that knows me closely, someone that shares my values, right? That person's perspective is going to mean a lot more to me. Okay. I'm also, so now the second comment, now I'm kind of going around because I have some notes here, but you have to understand too, when it comes to my kids, you're right. I would want to vet that. But here's the thing: my kids are going to be raised, and are being raised with certain values, certain perspectives that they probably won't even need anything. They probably wouldn't need from me for dad to be like, hey, no, they'll want to bring to dad. And in that situation, dad and mom will give a perspective. I tell you, my wife and I are on the same page, and my wife, trust me, I trust her judgment. If my wife met a guy or person and she felt really good about this person, right, for many reasons, my wife is giving the okay. My wife's giving the okay. I feel very confident about what my wife evaluated, but there's always still going to be stuff as a man, that I'm going to come in and say, hey, I would like to, just understand about the person. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop my daughter from making a decision, or my son. But at the same time, I raise my kids understanding boundaries, emotional intelligence, understand they know the love I have for them. They know the example I set with their mom. They know the example their mom sets with me. They know exactly the values we have and how we're operating. We do things that our parents did not do with us. So our perspective is a lot different. What I'm saying here is mom and dad doesn't immediately qualify you to have good perspective. It doesn't work that way. Being a mom and dad doesn't automatically mean, oh, you have the best perspective and you know what's right. No, matter of fact, for in my mom and dad can hear this and not take it personal because I have the right to. It's not rude to be honest if you're not being disrespectful. So I'm not being disrespectful, but in my personal opinion, certain things in conversation with my mom and dad, I know that I would not want their opinion in picking a partner. When my wife and I got together, it wasn't they won't, they may not say it, but I can remind them it wasn't as smooth when me and my wife got together. But one thing I knew is this was the wife for me regardless. I didn't have the perspective and the mindset I have now to be able to now show and understand, hey, here's the reason why I wouldn't listen to my mom or dad in this situation. But I did have mentors in my life at that time. I did have people that matched the values I wanted, had the perspective I wanted, had different things in their life that I wanted at that time. I did have those type of people. So for me, those people allowed me to realize that, hey, if those people think my wife is great, awesome, that's great perspective, because there are blind sides to see. Let me look at my notes here. So let's see. Maybe what I could have done in the video with you that responded here, maybe what I could have done in the video was given the perspective, um, you know, the person in the video also, I could have also understood that person saying, hey, depending on what my mom and dad say, if I can't bring you to mom and dad, that person might have a great relationship with their parents. So that's one thing perspective I should have brought up. I should have said, hey, I'm not letting my parents, you shouldn't let your parents determine who you go with unless the values, you are very sure about the values that they have, and you know they match yours, and you know they're literally giving you a different perspective, and being objective to the situation rather than being subjective to the fact that they are your parents, right? They're looking at the situation for what it is and adding value, and you believe in the value that those people have as your parents. Someone being your parent does not automatically mean they have the best interest for you. They think, okay, here's the thing about parents: a lot of times they think they have your best interest at heart because we automatically think they do, but it doesn't always mean that your parent does have your best interest at heart. It's just not automatic. So that's why the person that commented on my video, I appreciate your perspective, but that would just make it seem as though like people don't have bad intentions, no matter if it's their children or not. People are humans, and guess what? There's some unhealthy situations with parents. So in my personal opinion, I was coming more from the angle is when I hear someone like, oh, if I can't bring it to my mom, if I can't, then boom, I'm like, okay, that sounds unhealthy now. To me, if he had said, hey, My mother and my father's influence, the example they've set, has been something that's incredibly important to me. So with their perspective, that's going to have their perspective is going to have a big influence because they've taught me certain values. Da, 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 da. Now again, I know the person doesn't have that much time to say all those things, but I will personally say that the person still has an option to elaborate on that. So I should have probably in my video said, hey, it's up to you if you choose to have your parents influence that much in a situation. What I personally believe is your parents shouldn't have as much influence because it's your relationship, it's your life, it's your situation. And until you know that your parents have the exact values you're looking for, they set the example that you're looking for, how can you really get the perspective that you want from them? I'm not going to go in too much into my personal situation for my parents, but there's certain things I know for sure. There's certain things that have been example for me personally in my direction I'm going for my life. I'm being honest. I'm not saying anything about it, but there's certain things that I just don't match the values. I just don't match. And now I've got new things in my life. I don't match the values. There's certain things that I just don't do. Certain things that they do. There's certain things that they do. Certain things that they don't do, and we don't match up. So that's what I'm going to say there. Okay. But let me see by not saying it says look depends on the family. So when you said the comment also by not giving an S about your family's opinion says a lot about the person. No, because you have to evaluate. Everything I just said makes sense. No, because you have to evaluate where does their opinion come from. What's the mindset? What's the values? Okay, so I've responded to that part. Um, Most likely that person knows something or sees something that you don't. You're right, but I don't want their evaluation process. So someone that knows something and sees something that I don't, with that doesn't have the mindset I have, the values I have, I don't want their perspective because that is the perspective that actually is not going to take me closer to what's good for me, in my personal opinion. Because I've done the growth, I've done the work. If that makes sense, okay. All right. So I would rather certain friends I have in my life that I love, I would rather those people, in my personal opinion, I would rather those people, those friends that I love, that I'm close to, I'd rather those people give me some perspective. Say, hey, Lauwerz, like I don't know if that person. Let's break it down. What are the pros and cons of the situation? Do you see this is a situation I noticed? This is this. Hey, you know what? Susie and John, because let's say they're husband and wife. That's a good friend of my wife and I. Hey, I really appreciate that. You gave me some good things to think about. That means a lot to me. I'm gonna take that into consideration because of who you guys are and the values you have. Like for instance, on my wife and I, on our will, on our trust and everything. Those people that are on our trust and will, those people are most likely people that we're open to taking perspective from. Now I'm married already, right? So I'm not looking for no partner. But I'm saying if I went back to day one, there's certain people and values and friends, and I had the same friends I have now. I know, okay, hey, let's go. I would love for you to meet my wife or meet my girl, right? And I know those people, their opinion I'll take into consideration a lot more. Um, yeah, like I already said, family tends to have subjective opinions, and you can't respect boundaries, remove themselves from the situation. Here's the thing. And for your comment, respectfully, I don't know your situation, but for your comment, it doesn't seem like you've opened up the mindset or the. It doesn't seem like you open up the fact. And again, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because I didn't open up discussion or dialogue. But it doesn't seem like you've opened up the fact that most families are toxic. A lot of families. This is not a statistic, is my opinion. A lot of families are toxic. They lack emotional intelligence. They lack having the means to truly understand the value of relationships or situations. Most people just don't know. They lack the values. Most people are in that situation. Most people don't even know what childhood emotional neglect is, right? And I've said a lot of things about that, and I have to go into that a lot more because that's something I'm really, really passionate about. So but anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Hopefully that this response has been helpful. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like this video, send this to someone that could help. This video is definitely geared towards those that one are thinking or considering, getting with someone, and they take their family's opinion very seriously. There's some context to have to that, and I want you guys to be able to realize that and know what it means to you. So hopefully this video meant something to you. It definitely meant something to me. Definitely great chatting with you. I'm gonna post this link in the video itself, and but I'm gonna post the video that I originally was speaking on, where this comment came from, so that you guys can go back to that video and check when I said that too. So, anyway, it's been great talking to you guys. I wish I had the basketball with me. Matter of fact, while you guys are here, I'm gonna try and. Do I have the basketball with me? I don't even know if I have the basketball with me. I want to try each of my calls. Maybe I'll do that next time. But what I wanted to do was grab the basketball and try and throw it behind me and see if I can make it. I have these little balls right here, and these for sure may not make it to the other side of the room. My daughter was in here throwing stuff around, but still, we're gonna do it, right? So this is totally random. It has nothing to do with this video, but I want to see if this is gonna go in. I got one more, two more, totally random, guys. All right, we're gonna make it happen though. One of these, anyway. Take care, guys. Hit subscribe, like this video, share this with someone that needs that mindset. And my guys, if you're struggling to, there's a lot of influence of people in your life that want to make a judgment on who you have. Hey, I can go into this a lot more. I wanted to just respond to the comment, but make sure the people align with your values. No boundaries. Understand emotional neglect and all that stuff that can happen in people's lives and have it put you through it. It's okay to not take your parents' advice. The advice that you take for someone you select in your life has to be based on their values and who they are, not the fact that they gave birth to you or they brought you into this world. That's not the qualification for listening to opinion. That's it. Anyway, take care, guys. It's been great chatting with you.